whenever I sit down and try to talk to the camera, it's like all thoughts are gone. I can't think. I can't form words. It's like I don't even know how to talk. Am I even able to have normal conversations? The answer seems to be no. I've watched quite a few videos trying to figure out, what type of videos do I want to make and what do I want to post on YouTube. I mean, I kind of answered it in my very first video, but then I also didn't. I've learned a lot since I've posted my first video, and the reason I even made that video in the first place was because I had been wanting to start YouTube for 2 years at that point. And I just never did it because I either felt I had nothing really to talk about, or I was just like, I don't have the equipment. I just made a whole bunch of excuses and finally was like, you know what? I have been wanting to do this for so long, and I had watched so many videos to see what do I need in order to start YouTube. And the thing that I heard and saw the most whenever I would watch videos about how to start a YouTube channel was just start. Just turn on the camera and just start recording and just do it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I just sat down, tried to figure out what I wanted my very first video to be. I actually had a few different videos that I was filming and trying to put together, but only one of them made it. I just never finished the videos because it was like clean my office with me, because I was like, I need to clean my office in order to film. I'm actually a very messy person. And it's so hard for me to stay organized. It's so hard for me to just keep my areas clean. I've never been able to conquer that. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are like, oh, well, you should be clean or whatever. And then I know that there are a lot of you out there who struggle and you all understand. I'm going to hold this. I feel like what I've been trying to do with my videos is I've been trying to be a person that I'm not. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've tried to be a more organized, clean, put together person. And that's not to say like, oh, I'm just gonna be who I am because that's who I am and not try to better myself. I do want to better myself, but I also don't want to keep holding myself to certain standards when I can't necessarily meet those standards and feel like I can be myself. And I feel like that kind of shows through in my filming. So I really want to be more myself and to be, I don't know, more comfortable talking to the camera. That's not to say that I've been like putting on a persona or whatever, and it's not like I'm trying to be someone who I totally am not. It's just I'm trying to put myself in a more high energy than I actually am. I don't feel like I'm that much of a high energy person. I'm more of a low energy person, and I've been trying to, put on a smile, be super duper happy, and when you talk, be like this and be like that. And I'm not really like that. It's not like I'm, a Debbie Downer, I'm always depressed. I mean, okay, I am depressed, but I'm not like whatever. I know I'm rambling, but I want to be more open, and I want to talk. I want to have like a real talk. And I don't know if I should post this or not. I feel like I don't have a lot to offer, but I still want to be a YouTuber and I still want to post about my life. And the reason why I wanted to make YouTube is because I wanted to try to find a community. I've struggled to make friends my whole life for a lot of different reasons. One of those reasons is because I grew up in China and I was a missionary kid, and there weren't a lot of kids my age. Actually, there weren't really any kids my age for a long time, and really ever. And whenever there were kids who were like a year or two older or younger than I was, we wouldn't really get along, or they just didn't really like me, or they had their own friends, and I was just, that weird foreign girl. I feel like I am behind everyone else because I didn't grow up with a lot of people that I could interact with who were my age, and I would just interact with adults or kids a lot younger than I was. I wasn't able to fully develop socially, and that still stunts me to this day. Whenever I would try to make friends, a lot of those friendships ended up burning really badly and really fast. And I just kind of totally went into my shell and just was like, oh, well, I would rather not have any human interaction than to have another bad human interaction and get my heart broken over and over again. And I'm still trying to come out of my shell, but really struggle with depression and anxiety. I would love to be able to find people who actually care and who want to be my friends and who like me for who I truly am and not who I'm trying to present myself to be. I don't even know if anyone's gonna care or watch this video through. We all have our struggles and we all have our issues. I guess I just wanted to kind of share some of mine, and just, I don't know if this is gonna help anybody. I don't know how this could be helpful. I'm just sharing my heart. After I got married, I moved from California to Canada, and I had a lot of free time. That's actually when I started to watch YouTube for entertainment instead of just for tutorials. I didn't even know that YouTube had entertainment on it. When people say, "Oh, did you live under a rock?" Yes. Yes, I did. I lived under a rock inside an English bubble, inside a communist bubble. So I didn't know a lot of things, and I'm learning a whole bunch of things I never knew before. And YouTube is one of those wonderful things that I discovered. And I just started watching like all these YouTubers that I wish I would have known about sooner, but better late than never. I don't know who the very first booktuber I watched was, but I know that Mel Reed's really made a big impact in my life. And then I discovered Haley Pham and Destiny Sidwell, and oh, there was another person. Alexander Rosalind as well as Ali Good are also a couple other booktubers that I started to watch and really made an impact in my life. So I guess what I want to share in this video is show a little bit of who I am and what type of person I see myself as, and maybe kind of show the direction of what I want in my future videos. I think the main thing that I want to post on my YouTube channel is just to kind of document my life and just share with you the things that I do. Lately, the only videos I've been actually editing and posting has been journaling videos, which I love making, but it was never my intention to only focus on journaling on my channel. I've actually started filming a whole bunch of other videos, but I either never finished them or I never edited them because I am so uncertain of if anyone is even going to want to watch it. And I honestly get in my head too much and start overthinking. If you've seen my very first video, you would know that I initially wanted to be a booktuber as well as showing my journaling, games, and vlogs. But in order to do all the things that I wanted to do, I would need to post at least 2 or 3 times a week. And I haven't really been having the energy to do that. I really want to start having sit-down videos and talking about books and talking about what's going on in my life. Right now, I feel like I'm trying to figure out what type of videos do I actually want to film and how am I going to make all of those videos be cohesive for my channel. And that's what I've been struggling with. I'm definitely an introverted homebody, and I don't really talk to a lot of people. I don't have a lot of friends that I call or FaceTime or anything. If I do contact people, it's usually through texting and when I talk to my husband. So I feel like because I don't hold conversations very often, I've kind of lost the feeling of normalcy of speaking. And that was one reason why I wanted to start YouTube, was because I wanted to be able to start talking again and getting used to that. So when I sit down to try to talk to the camera, I freeze up a lot, and it just is ridiculously hard for some reason for me to just speak to the camera. And I feel like I just need to practice more and it will come more naturally the more I do it. I've never been officially diagnosed, but I am 90% sure that I have suffered from depression since I was a child. Now, I have my ups and downs, and I can go a while with being really good and I can be fine. And then there are times where I just get really low and I don't want to do anything and it's just bad. So I've been struggling to make the videos that I want to make because I start a video and I'm really good, and then by the time it comes to finish the video, my energy is at a totally different level. So then I either end up not filming the very end or it just doesn't match, and I have all this content, but because I haven't filmed the end, I end up not having the video, and then I'm beating myself up over it and feeling annoyed at myself. And so it's been a battle, and I've been contemplating whether or not I'm going to keep trying to film these types of videos. Should I even bother trying to film these types of videos if I'm not going to be able to have the energy I feel like I need? Or even if I'm willing to sit down and talk, I feel like my energy is going to be really low and it's going to be hard for me to try to be happy for the camera. And I feel like if I try to film a video that I really want to film, but I'm not a high enough energy, then why would anyone want to watch it? Basically, it's a battle between what I want to do versus the struggles that I am personally going through, and they clash. I'm currently looking into trying to get into therapy and seeing if I can find an affordable way to do that, and I think that will probably help.